Hi everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. My name's Annabelle with Snack Time Yoga. This will be a 45-minute gentle flow. So this can be great to do before bed if you're trying to wind down, but also if you just need a nice calm break during the day. We'll do some easygoing flowy movements and have a nice big stretch as well. If you'd like to follow along with my playlist, I've linked a Spotify playlist below. You can also find a ton of other yoga playlists if you're interested. All right, let's get started here. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated place. Allow your eyes to close. It'd be nice to roll around a bit in your head and neck. Start to guide your awareness inward. Noticing your breath as it moves through you. Notice if your breath feels slow or fast. If it feels gentle or more labored. Notice if you're breathing through your nose or your mouth or a combination. Now locate your breath within your body. Find that place where you can feel your inhales expanding and lifting, and your exhales lowering and softening. Maybe you feel your breath in your chest or your belly, perhaps your shoulders or your back. Just try to get out of your own way and allow your breath to really move you. Finding the most natural rhythm and pace. You don't have to think too hard about this. Just observe your inhales and exhales as they come and go. If you notice your awareness drifting off towards something else, that's okay. Just gently guide it back to your breath. Now take a deep breath in and stretch your arms up. Bring your palms together. Exhale, plug on in, connecting your thumbs to your chest. If you'd rather have your hands somewhere else, like on your belly or in your lap, that's okay. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Gently place your hands down and open your eyes. Now lean on over to your right side, bringing your hand or forearm down. Stretch up in your left arm, maybe staying here. Might be nice to tip forward or back. You can allow your opposite hip to lift off the ground. And gently roll back up to sit and come into a twist, placing your right hand on your left knee or thigh and your left hand behind you on the ground. Easy inhale and exhale. And again, easy inhale and exhale. Keeping your front hand where it is, bring your back arm all the way around. Let it catch your opposite knee or leg somewhere, and then just move here. Maybe leaning side to side, arching your back, or just tipping on forward. Eventually unravel back to a neutral place. And we'll go the other way, lean on over toward your left, let the ground just catch you as you stretch. Open on your right side, might be nice to lean forward or back. Ooh, lots of pops for me today. Good stretches here. And slowly support yourself as you come back up to sit and ease into a twist, placing your left hand on your right knee or thigh, right hand behind you on the ground. Easy inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Keeping your front hand where it is, just bring your back arm all the way around. Let it catch on your opposite knee or thigh, and then just move here anywhere that's nice. If your elbows want to relax, or even your hands, that's cool too. Just taking yourself with you wherever you go. Eventually ease back toward a neutral place. Bring both hands behind you on the ground. Lean back, lift up in your chest, drop into your head and neck. Might be nice to pick up your hips as well here. And then gently let yourself be pulled forward, coming out somewhere in front of you, maybe centered or off toward one side. If you want to add a soft sway, that can feel nice. You notice the different areas that might need extra attention, or just the different sensations you get as you move. Eventually cruise yourself back up to sit. Lean back a bit, just plant your feet right out on the floor in front of you. Hands can come behind you just to support there. Relax a bit. And then let your knees fall from side to side. So you can really just let yourself be moved here from your center. Feeling that nice stretch and twist. If you want to make it a bit bigger, you can pick up this back arm. Just come into a gentle twist this way and then go to the other side. Try to just let your arms be pulled along by the rest of you instead of kind of guiding that movement with your arms. Just guide from your center here. I always kind of shift up and down along the mat as I do this one. Eventually ease back toward a neutral place, evening out on either side, keeping your feet planted here. Bring your hands on the ground behind you, and then push down through your heels and your palms. Lift up in your hips. Really gentle stretch here. Might be nice to arch your back a bit, or you can just keep things really relaxed. Slowly lower your hips back down. Take a moment here, just notice how you're feeling. And make your way out onto your hands and knees. Any way you want to get there is good. Take some time to roll around in your spine, maybe arching and curling your back. If you want to shift your hips from side to side or lean back into your heels, that might be nice too. Tuck your toes, take a deep breath in, and lift your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. Might be nice to shake things out in your head and neck, pedal through your heels, or keep a small bend in your knees there. Take a deep breath and lift up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, bring it back down. 2 more times. Inhale, pulls you up. And exhale, carries you down. Once more there. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, relax down. Keep a small bend in your knees and just drag your hands back to meet your feet until you end up bent over towards the bottom of your mat here. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. If you want to interlace your hands behind you or grab on opposite elbows, that can be nice as well. Now roll yourself up to stand, 1 notch at a time. Take a deep breath in, lift up. And exhale, just tip up and over. Come all the way back down and cruise back out to downward facing dog. Bend into your knees, walking your hands out in front of you. And then once you're here, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Be really gentle with this, letting your hips shift side to side as you slide a foot, maybe a hand forward, making some more space. Ending up in your standing forward bend. Taking a couple breaths here. Then slowly bring everything up to stand. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Grab onto your right wrist and your left hand, and as you exhale, just fall over. Maybe bend to your knees, tipping towards the floor, the ceiling there. Slowly pick yourself back up and swap sides, catching onto your left wrist with your right hand. Going the other way. And gently relax your arms down, maybe a soft shake, just to recenter there. Big breath in, lift up. And exhale, let it all go. Relax. Just gonna step up here for a second. We'll come all the way back into a warrior 1 with your right leg forwards. Just slide your left leg back behind you. Spin down in your back heel. Hips are facing forward. Finding a nice place where you don't feel any pain. So maybe some softness through that back knee. Relax a bit. If you want, you can stretch your arms up above you or maybe bring your hands to your center. Whatever feels like you right now. We're just going to hang on to this for 3 breaths. Watch what happens as you just stay here. Really gentle nudges up and down with the breath. Now moving a bit bigger here. Inhale, lengthen up in your legs. And exhale, bring it back down. Again, inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, soften down. Once more, inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, relax down. Drop your arms, interlace your hands behind you, lean back, lift up in your chest. And exhale, fold forward, bowing for humble warrior. Everything comes forward and down, keeping it gentle in your legs, your hips. And drop through your arms, bring your hands down onto the inside of this right foot. Come onto your back toes and just place your back knee down. It might be helpful to kind of scoot that leg back, finding an easy place here. Maybe walk your right foot off the mat a bit so you have a little bit more room. You can stay up on your hands here, maybe cruise down onto one forearm or both, just a gentle sway. Eventually bring yourself back up onto your hands. Just kind of lean yourself to the left and back a bit so you can slide your right leg back around behind you, come back up onto all fours. And tuck your toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Make your way up towards the top of your space, really taking it easy on yourself. Let it feel good on your back, your hips there. Gently roll up to stand. Big breath in, lift up. And exhale, just drop your arms, let it go. Going for the other side. Slide that right leg back behind you, putting a bend in your left knee, coming into your warrior one on this leg. Taking your time to kind of adjust, make sure you're comfortable. Picking something to do with your arms and hands, maybe bringing them to your center, stretching up. Relax just for 3 breaths here. Noticing what you can find. Notice what you can notice. Anything here. You don't have to force anything. Have some bigger movements here. As you inhale, let your breath lift you up. And that exhale just floats everything down. Let it all go. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, relax. Once more, inhale, lift. And exhale, relax. Drop your arms, interlace your fingers behind you. Lean back, lift up in your chest. And exhale, soften your knees and just come on forward. Humble warrior. Relax your arms. You can place your hands down on the inside of your front foot and come onto your back toes and softly bring that back knee down. Feels nice. Take a break or a breath or both. A break here, a breath there, wherever. Might be nice to take your left foot off the mat so you just have some more space here. If you want, you can come onto the edge of that front foot or down on your forearms. Might be different on this side, so just be open to that possibility. Stay curious within yourself about what might be best for you today. When you're ready, bring yourself back up onto your hands and just gently kind of walk back into the right with your hands sliding this left leg all the way on around. We'll take a breather here, maybe in a child's pose, or if you'd like a down dog or somewhere else that's cozy for you. Just about 5 breaths, all to yourself. eventually we'll meet back standing at the top of your mat. Really take your time getting there, moving deliberately through your body. Take a deep breath in, reach up. And exhale, fold up and over your legs. Come all the way down. Let your hands find the ground. And slide your left leg all the way back, coming into a low lunge with your right leg forward. Give yourself some time to adjust, find a comfortable, supported place. Now lean on over toward your left hand. Stretch up through your right side. Let your shoulder and belly fall open, maybe lengthening up through your hips if that's good. And we'll gently swap this for an open triangle. Just bring your top arm down, lengthen up in your hips. Spin your back heel down, just stretch everything up. Left arm comes up. Might be nice to imagine that you're leaning up against a wall here. Right hand can find anywhere that's helpful to you. Maybe that's on the floor, your shin somewhere. And bend through both knees. Bring yourself all the way up. Reach. As you exhale, settle yourself into a warrior two. Putting a big bend in your right knee. Left foot might come forward a bit there. Arms will stretch out. Easy inhale pulls you up. And let that exhale float you down. Once more there. Inhale, lift. And exhale, relax. Lean it back, reverse warrior. And exhale, float forward into your side angle. Rest your forearm on your thigh. Just peel open through your top half. Maybe staying here, wrapping your arm around behind you if that's good. And turn your hips towards the ground. Come on down to a low lunge, letting your hands catch you. Bring them onto the inside of this front foot. And then kind of spin through your hips so you can bring your left heel down. So you come into this kind of half split, half lunge, half squat here. Not really sure what to call this one for you. You can stay up high. You can bring your hands way out in front of you for some support. If you feel good, might be nice to stretch up through an arm. Might try the other side. Yeah, a little more stable for me there. Trying to keep yourself really relaxed. And then gently push down through your hands, lengthen up in your hips for a nice wide-legged fold. Going side to side there. Then we'll come into a low lunge the other way, so you can kind of turn your feet around. You've got your left foot forward now. You might be facing a different direction, but we're here in this low lunge. Then lift up through your hips, planting both feet down on the floor for a pyramid pose. You can bring your hands up onto your shins if that just feels a little closer than the floor. Maybe bend through your knees. Relax and then slide your back foot up to meet the front at the top of your mat. Gently roll everything up to stand. Take a deep breath in, lift up. And exhale, relax, come all the way down, up and over your legs. Let your hands find the ground. Then slide your right leg all the way back. So you've got a low lunge with your left foot forward. We're here, going for the other side now. Make sure you're comfortable and supported. Now lean over toward your right side. Stretch up into your left arm. And swap it for an open triangle, bending through both knees. Bring your top arm down. Stretch your right arm up so you can stretch up in your legs as well. Finding a good position for you where you feel supported and a nice stretch. Bend through both knees, bring everything up through your center, let it feel nice on your back. Reach. Exhale, sink into a warrior two. So I always have to squish my feet around a bit to make sure I'm finding the right ankles and position. Big bend in your left knee, arms will stretch out. Relax. 2 breaths here. Inhale pulls you up. And exhale softens you down. And again, inhale, lift up. And exhale, relax. And I think we only did it twice on the other side, so we're just going to let that last one go. Just breathe it out. Now lean on back for your reverse warrior. And exhale, bend your knees. Let everything just ripple through into your side angle, finding a nice place to stretch. Maybe bringing this top arm all the way around. Now turn your hips towards the floor. Let your hands catch you on the inside of your front foot. You can gently come onto your back toes for a moment, and we'll go for that interesting little half squat split. So just turn on your back foot, coming down onto your heel. Keep your hands on the ground to support you, making sure that everything feels good. We don't want to persist through something that's painful. If you want to go for a stretch, I found it's better to keep your left arm down, stretching up in your right arm. Maybe tip in forward or back, or you can go this way. You've got all this space around you to explore. Don't worry too much about getting your heel down. If that's not happening, that's okay. It's not happening for me. So just keeping some support in your hands is helpful for that one. Eventually bring your hands out towards your center and then push down through your legs. Come to that nice wide-legged stance. Oof, big one for me here. Maybe rotating through your hips, nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. And gently walk on over towards the other side. Put a big bend in your right knee. And we'll turn on around for a low lunge. So should be facing forward now, I think. Here we are. Then lengthen up through your legs, flattening your feet down, or best you can there. Maybe a soft bend in your knees. And gently slide that back foot up to meet the front at the top of your mat. And roll everything up to stand nice and easy there. Oof. Maybe a gentle shake through the arms. I always like that one. Deep breath in, reach up. And exhale, fold up and over your legs. Keeping an easy bend in your knees if that's nice. Now we'll come up to stand again, but this time lead the way with your right shoulder. Let that be the first part of you to come up, and everything else just follows. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax, up and over again. And again, roll yourself up to stand, leading the way with your left shoulder this time. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold yourself forward once more. This time come on down into a low squat. So bend through your knees, let your hands find the ground and sink on back. Maybe your heels plop down, you just want to hang out there. If you want to just explore, this is great too, all the space around you. Trying to get comfortable moving here in a way that feels natural and easy for you. So whatever extent that movement is, might be quite small, might be quite big, just kind of see what's happening and try not to force yourself past anything. Just really gentle, natural movements through your body. Eventually we'll come on down to all fours, taking your time to get there, moving really gently in yourself. Tuck your toes, lift up and back for downward dog. Now roll yourself out for a plank. Maybe walking your hands forward or your feet back. Don't worry, we won't be here too long there. Just really take your time, feel supported. Then drop through your lower half, come into an upward dog so you can let your hips sink. Ooh, legs can come on down. You can stay up high here, pulling your shoulders back, or if it feels better to come on down to your forearms, or just bend your elbows for something a little more gentle, that's okay too. And when you're ready, cruise on back for a child's pose, bringing your knees a little bit wider apart. Feet can come together behind you. Maybe your arms are stretched out or hugged in toward your chest or on your back, whatever's nice for you. You can stay here if this is feeling extra nice. If you want to get a bit bigger into your shoulders, we can thread the needle. So stretching your right arm out in front of you, just take your left arm underneath that. So you end up on your left shoulder and the left side of your face. If you want to make it a bit bigger, you can just kind of pick up your hips, walk the rest of you forward a bit. Might feel bigger, might not feel much of a difference. Doesn't really matter. Just find what works best in you today. Gently bring yourself back through your center. We'll go the other way, stretching your left arm out in front of you, right arm swoops underneath, finding that easy place. Maybe an easy bend in your elbow, softening through your shoulders here. You don't have to keep your arms straight like sticks. Eventually bring yourself back up toward your center. Make your way out to a downward dog. Moving really easy through your body. Take a deep breath in and stretch your right leg up and back behind you for your down dog split. Maybe opening up in your hips, bending a knee. Just slide your whole leg forward for a pigeon pose, keeping a softness through your legs. Just shift your hips forward so you can place that leg down. Give yourself some time to squish around. Find a nice place here. Maybe you're totally kind of on the side of this leg, or if you want to keep your hips square, that's cool too. Once you're there, just crawl on down, finding a nice place to breathe for a bit. Maybe down on your forearms. If you want to go a bit lower, that's okay too. Really find the place where you can feel this stretch in your body. Imagine that you can breathe into that space can create more space within yourself. Eventually bring yourself back up onto your hands. Lean on over toward this bottom leg so much so you can slide your back leg all the way around. Just bring in that left foot or leg, whole leg, in front of your right here. So you can stay here if this already feels like a great stretch. If you want to go a bit bigger, you can stack up your ankles and your knees. If you've got a pillow or a blanket nearby, it can be really nice to place one here in between your top knee and your foot if you just want to relax a bit more into that. Bring both hands behind you on the ground, lean back, fill up. And exhale, let yourself come forward. We're not looking for any destination, we're just leaning somewhere. Maybe your arms are way forward, or maybe just keep things relaxed. I like to put an elbow in this top foot. Allows me to pause and breathe a bit better. Gently come out of this, bring yourself up, and make your way back to downward facing dog. However you want to get there, retracing your steps or moving through something else would be fine. Big breath in, stretch your left leg up and back. Oh, maybe rolling around here, keeping it soft through your knees and your hips. And when you're ready, float that leg forward into a pigeon pose, bringing everything through, gently landing at the top of your mat and just supporting yourself as you come down. Find a good place, maybe a soft bend in this back leg. Really letting yourself breathe before you move. Sometimes I'm kind of on an autopilot. If I've done a lot of yoga and I'm used to going into my place with pigeon, and I don't really think about what feels best for me today or in this moment. So it's a good idea to pause, breathe, soften, and then respond. Kind of see what's happening, see how you're feeling. You might notice you can go a bit deeper. You might need to leave that place and find a different one. If you notice any parts of you that feel like they're hanging on to some tightness or rigidity, just remind them to relax. When you're ready, cruise back up. Lean so much so towards your bottom hip that you can bring this back leg all the way around. Just place it down in front of the other one. So you're kind of crisscrossed here. Maybe staying here. If you want to stack up your ankles and knees, that's an option too. But if you feel like you're totally fine here, you don't need to go further. You don't have to push that. Bring your hands behind you on the ground. Lean back, lift up through your chest. And exhale, fold forward somewhere, letting your center come first. And then your arms can kind of slide forward if that's nice, or somewhere else that feels good to you. I love these stretches where kind of my legs, one is in front of the other, because you'll feel something different. If I lean to the right or the left, I'll feel something different than I do on the other side. And it's a great reminder to me that I'm a living being and things are asymmetrical. And so when you do a stretch in an asymmetrical way, those come out as well. Gently float yourself back up to sit. We'll go for one more easy forward fold before we lie down. If you want, you can bring your feet together. Might be nice for you to stretch them out in front of you. We've just done a lot of hips. So if you want to just stretch them out or some other way, that's cool. Take a deep breath in, reach up. And exhale, fold forward, going somewhere. If you've got your legs out, you can catch onto your shins. If your feet are together in front of you, just massage through your feet or something cozy for you. Eventually, we'll come back up. Make your way on down to lie on your back. We'll go for some nice kind of stretches as we're preparing to rest. If you want to put on any cozy clothes, some socks or a jumper, might feel nice on you. Otherwise, we'll just roll on down here. We'll start with a gentle plow pose. So you can stretch your legs up above you. Might just be nice to stay here. That is good enough. If you want to go a little bit bigger, relax, lift up through your hips. Catch your lower back underneath you. Maybe just staying here is good. You can keep a bend in your knees, roll around. If you want to take your legs up and over your head, just keep it really soft. Maybe just cradling your temples between your knees, or your feet can find the floor if that is happening, but let yourself be guided by your body and what feels best. I appreciate moving around in this anti-gravity space, getting that stretch through my hips, my hamstrings. I'm always supporting myself on my back so I don't crash out of anything. When you're ready to, come on down. Keep yourself supported, hands on your lower back, or you can slide them around to your hip crease and your thighs. And just come down as slowly as you can. Plant your feet flat on your mat. Push down through your heels. Lift up in your hips for a bridge. Might feel nice to interlace your hands underneath you, or if you want, you can bring them to your lower back. You can also come up on your tiptoes if that feels like you today. I just stretch my arms up sometimes. See how that feels. Gently lower your hips on down. Stretch your right leg out on the floor in front of you. Hug your left knee in toward your chest. Maybe just staying here and rolling around a bit through your hips. When you're ready, you can take this leg up and over the other one for a twist. Oh, maybe hands come into your thighs, or stretch your arms out if that's good. Might be nice to turn your head to the left. Remind yourself to relax through your hips, your lower back, so you can really let go here. You're getting a good stretch, but you're not accumulating any tension along the way. Eventually, make your way back toward your center. And go the other way. Stretch your left leg out on the floor in front of you. Hug your right knee into your chest, rolling around in that hip a bit if that's nice. And softly guide your right leg over your left for that twist. Oof. Always a big one for me. Arms might stretch out or up, or just stay down somewhere on your hips or legs. you want to turn your head to the left, that might be good. Slowly bring yourself out of this back to your center. And start to make your way toward a cozy resting place. I'll only lie here for a few breaths with you. If you want to rest for a longer time, you can just pause the video. Start to invite some awareness back to your body and mind. Breathing a bit deeper. Maybe taking a stretch. Eventually we'll meet back in a cozy seated place. There's no rush to get there. Take a deep breath in, float your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your center in some way. Maybe palms to prayer, or one hand on your heart, the other on your belly, or both down if that's better. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Thank you. Hope you're feeling a little more relaxed and connected to yourself, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.